back to Winning Isn't Easy. Why a positive Waddell sign in your physical exam records can be used by an ERISA disability carrier plan to deny your ERISA disability claim. Are you disabled as a result of a back condition? I had a herniated disc at L5S1 and ultimately underwent a surgery with fantastic results. But that doesn't always happen. And there may be things in your medical records that can destroy your claim. And one of those things is something called the Waddell Sign test. So let's talk about the importance of your physical exam findings and what's in your medical records. When you are seeing a physician, they're going to be doing a lot of testing during the course of that physical examination. They're going to test your reflexes. Remember that hammer? They're going to do sensory testing, which is a pinprick exam, to see whether or not there's a problem with the electrical impulses that will send signals to different parts of your back. They're going to palpitate your back for muscle spasm. So there's some of the physical testing that they're going to be doing. But they are also a whole host of tests that the doctor can use in the course of an examination to determine if there are psychological issues, notwithstanding objective evidence of back problems. And one of these tests is called the Waddell Sign. ERISA disability carriers or plans will seize on the results of this test to deny or terminate benefits. So what is the Waddell Sign? Well, the Waddell Sign is this. It's not a question of whether or not you're waddling, but rather in terms of your physical exam findings, whether you have things like superficial tenderness, non-anatomic tenderness, regional weakness, regional sensory changes, or you overreact during the course of the physical examination. Now, sometimes you may be afraid of re-injury, or you may be having difficulty coping, or you're in pain and you just don't want to be prodded or poked. Unfortunately, these test results can be misinterpreted and even misused. And they can be misused in workers' comp claims, disability insurance claims, Social Security claims, personal injury claims. Often carriers will take the position that if 3 or more of those signs are positive, that you are malingering. That's not a good thing. They mean by the term malingering, that you're faking it, you're exaggerating, and as a result, you're not believable. And that will give them a reason to deny or terminate your benefits. And they will hang that denial or termination on the results of that test. Now, the Waddell's test is named after Dr. Waddell. He developed a test to help doctors determine whether or not a patient with back problems should also be seen by a psychologist. He never intended this test to be used to determine if there was malingering, exaggeration, or just outright lying by the patient. If your medical records document a positive Waddell sign, you and most likely your attorney should be asking for clarification from your physician as to the significance of the finding and why the restrictions and limitations the doctor assigned are still valid, notwithstanding the results of this Waddell's test. Now, hopefully, your doctor would be willing to answer these questions and make it clear that the positive Waddell sign test is not inconsistent with the objective physical findings on examination or the test results. Otherwise, I will tell you there's a chance that the disability carrier is going to deny your claim based on the fact that you're malingering, you're lying, you're not credible, you're not believable, you're exaggerating, and of course, you're not entitled to your benefits. Please don't let a positive Waddell sign test destroy your ERISA disability claim. Make sure you know what's in your medical records before you stop work and apply for benefits, and make sure you're continuing to get your medical records, even if you're on claim, so you know what your doctor has said about you. Got it? I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of Winning Isn't Easy. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like our page, leave a review, share it with your family or friends. Please subscribe to this podcast. This way you're going to get notified every time a new episode comes out. Please tune in next week for another insightful episode of Winning Isn't Easy.